We are just sitting here chatting. I was talking with Matt about working out and some of the stuff that I've been doing
He's in
and trying to.
unbelievable shape.
Not necessarily,
really
not
are.
necessarily, because I found out after we worked out with you, there's some areas that I'm not paying attention to. But here are some of those tips to help you get out of your late summer workout slump. Dr. Matt Iseman, who's giving us some.
Welcome.
Well, this is, and I look at it for people who have kids, I think this is a really difficult time of year as they start going back to school. Your schedule's no longer your own. I know for me, I've been traveling a lot with work, and one of the things that is hard to maintain are your workouts.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to talk about ways to keep it simple, keep it efficient, and give people some tips on how they can do these workouts wherever they are.
And you know what? You actually showed us that we can do our workouts wherever we are, so we have no excuses. You took us through some little exercise steps that really, by the way, I was surprised hurt as much as they did. Take a look.
Fitness is incredibly important. I know with you guys are in incredible shape, so I'm preaching to the choir. But even for advanced people, there's some good rules to working out to make sure you stay healthy and stay safe. And one of the most important things that people often overlook when they're working out, stretching.
True.
Start with stretching. And it can be a simple thing. Even just one of my favorites is a full body stretch, just reaching up to the sky. You feel this from your toes to your fingertips, in your back. I always recommend a good 5 to 10 minutes. You know your stretching's done. That's impressive, Debbie.
Sorry, that's
When you've got a little sweat, when you feel the blood flowing, when you feel your muscles are loose, that's when you can start the workout.
Okay.
So one of the things that's always been a big one is running, or as they call it in San Diego, jogging.
Yeah.
Anchorman reference.
nice. Okay.
So running is really common, but even for people who've logged a lot of miles, there are a couple rules to make sure that you don't give your body more of a pounding than you need to. And one of the things people will do is overstride. Try to be too aggressive when they're jogging. A good way to know that your stride is right is to make sure you're not landing on your heel or your toe, you're landing with your foot flat. And if you think about it, you're spreading the weight out amongst the entire foot here, as opposed to one joint. It lands more evenly, which means less stress on all the joints, the knee and the hip in particular. Another thing is running upright. So carrying your body, some people tend to lean forward. You're not Usain Bolt trying to break the tape here.
Oh.
Okay.
You might be, Steiners, but you know, as a football player,
I was a
and you're
sprinter.
this-
I was a sprinter, but.
So it's a little different than when you're sprinting here. This is jogging,
Yeah,
so
it's
again,
really-
thinking you're upright here, not as much of a pounding. So a great all-purpose exercise are lunges. And the reason I like these is you can do these in the gym, but you can do these at home. Maybe if you have Alexandra there, or when I'm on the road, it's something you can do in the hotel.
Low impact, too.
It's low impact, but again, you can be a little too aggressive on it.
Yeah.
So a good rule of thumb is when you're in the lunge, think about what I like to do is just kind of give yourself a starting point. And so the way you want to have it is your legs at 90 degrees.
Okay.
If you're overextending, either direction, what you're doing is putting a lot of unnecessary stress on your knees. So what you can do is you can just put something out, like a towel in the room so you know how far to extend. So you're coming up. You don't have to go all the way down either. Go down as far as you feel. Just trying to make sure that your knee is above your foot. You're working your glutes, you're working your core. So you're actually gonna start to get a cardio workout because you're using these big muscles. You're already feeling it
Yeah,
here.
you can feel it.
You could increase this if you wanted to, say, carry candy bar.
Candy bar would be a good one,
Or a
as long
soda.
as you don't eat it.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to carry it
Or
inside.
Alexandra on my shoulders.
Yeah.
Another great exercise are tricep dips.
Okay.
And what I love about them is you're firing up the gun show muscles
There he
here.
is.
A little bit, looks like a horse kicked you in here. One of the mistakes people make, though, again, this is something I love because you can do it in your hotel room, you can just grab a chair, but people will sometimes use one chair for it. And what ends up happening is, particularly for me, when I have a little broader shoulders, what I'm having to do is rotate out. I'm putting a lot of unnecessary strain on my shoulders there. So what I recommend is getting a second chair.
That's a great idea.
Spreading it out a little more,
never
putting
thought
your
of that.
hands at a comfortable position here. And you can put your legs at 90 degrees to make it easy, or fully extend them to really stress it out. But with the arms extended a little wider here, you're not putting nearly as much strain on the shoulders. You're really blowing up them triceps.
Well, this feels good.
Yeah, it's nice. Again, you're also using your pec muscles in here. This is a good one for women getting toned. This is a good one for guys for getting buff.
Good stuff.
So that's it. And I always recommend finishing with a little more stretch. You guys got a good sweat on?
Yeah.
Look at this. We're doing it. 3 exercises, good way to stay in shape.
Why
Wow.
were you the only one still going? And
That
we-
was my question. By the way, I was really sore after that. I'm not
Were
even
you really?
joking. What muscles were we working? Because I do yoga a lot, and I didn't work those muscles.
So that last one you're going on, you're obviously focusing right on the triceps, but you are using the front of the shoulder as well as the pec muscles. For the squats you're doing, that's a great workout because you use the larger muscles, the glutes, the quads, even the hamstrings down into the calves, getting all those leg muscles. And with the squats, you're also using the stabilizers in the core, so you're using a lot of muscles on that.
You know, you talked about that transition now because the kids are going back to school, and Debbie's talking about that soreness that she felt afterwards. And as we get off of our pattern, we reintroduce a workout, we're sore.
Yeah.
What can we do to alleviate
Well,
that
again,
pain?
like I talked about, stretching is so important before and after working out. The other thing you could do, though, is ice, because what you're doing when you're working out, you're actually causing small tears in the muscle, and that's the way the muscle will grow. But it's causing some inflammation there. So the ice will help calm that inflammation. You can use heat to loosen up the muscles.
See, I can't do the ice thing because I cannot put ice on my back, and that's usually where I have my problem.
I know, that's true.
Is it back? By the way, how's
You know
yours?
that's
'Cause-
my problem.
Yeah, you have that too. What's wrong
My
with that?
primary problem is that's a lot of people's problem, though. A lot of people have back pain.
Yeah.
You saw earlier, I don't know, a few months ago, I bent down to pick up a tissue, and I
you
threw my
threw your
back
back
out
out. Yeah.
here. And I ice. I also put heat on it, but there is nothing stronger on tough pain than Advil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've tried so many over-the-counter things. I've tried prescription things. They don't work. Advil always works for me.
Advil is partnering with the Arthritis Foundation, by the way, doing some really good work, and they have a mission. Get this, their mission is to provide solutions for people who have, and you spoke about this, arthritis.
Yeah.
So that's a major deal, a major thing that people deal with day in and day out, and also other joint pains that we have, back, knee. I have a knee issue with no ACL.
Yeah.
So it's very important, but it's good work that they are doing.